In the late 1990s, Pakistan's quiet streets had no idea that a nightmare was brewing behind the scenes. There was a man who seemed ordinary but represented the darkest side of humanity. His name was Javed Iqbal, a serial killer who ended the lives of over 100 children. Who was this man? When and how did he descend into such a horrifying path? The ordinary lives of Pakistan's poor and orphaned children were helpless against his calculated terror. His story opens a window into the darkest corners of human psychology. Today, we will show you how Javed Iqbal hunted children, manipulated them, and ultimately created one of the most horrifying criminal cases in Pakistan's history. Get ready, this is an unforgettable dark journey. Javed's victims were mostly poor and orphan children. Orphanages, streets, and abandoned buildings were his hunting grounds. The purest innocence became the target of his systematic violence. Every child was part of his plan. He lured them into his home, gained their trust, and then coldly and deliberately ended their lives. Most of his victims were between 6 and 12 years old, and many were never reported missing. Nobody noticed them, which made Javed's job easier. Javed's method of killing was planned and methodical. He made a separate plan for each victim. He first lured children into his home under the pretense of a safe environment, and then deliberately ended their lives. The bloodstained chains and toys in his house were not just objects. They were evidence of the dark order in the mind of a serial killer. Some victims were strangled with chains, while others were tortured before death. Each murder reflected his psychopathic mind. Police archives and newspaper headlines reveal part of the horrifying crimes he committed, but the true scale remained unknown to the victims' families and the community. Javed continued this horrific chain with no sign of remorse. During searches of the house, bloodstains, children's clothing, and chains were found. Some victims' clothes were still scattered in different corners of the house. These items revealed Javed's meticulous and systematic nature. Each murder was part of his dark plan, and no detail was random. Each victim's death was a gain and part of his plan. These murders provided a horrific example of his mental disorder and dark psychology. Every crime he committed left a dark mark on human history, leaving indelible traces in the memories of those who remained. Javed Iqbal was arrested and the trial began. The court confirmed he had killed over 100 children. His sentence was to be executed in the same manner as his victims. However, he was found dead in his cell before the trial concluded. Official records stated he committed suicide, but some suspected it was an execution. His death sparked debates in Pakistan and worldwide. His story revealed the limits of the justice system and the dark sides of human psychology. During this period, fear spread throughout society. Parents began questioning the safety of their own children. Javed Iqbal left behind only fear, pain, and a series of tragic stories. Javed Iqbal's story exposes the dark side of humanity. It shows how innocence can be destroyed easily and how systemic negligence can lead to horrific outcomes. His crimes, committed without regard for rules, conscience, or humanity, left an indelible mark in history. His story serves as a warning not only for Pakistan, but for the entire world. What do you think is the biggest lesson from Javed Iqbal's story? How can innocence be protected? These questions are part of the dark legacy he left behind. Facing true crime stories sometimes helps us confront the darkest truths. And this story is an unforgettable example of the limits of the human soul.